Run, river, run, run through the hills. Run, river, run to the sea. Run, river, run to your place beneath the sun. Run, river, run over me.
Hi, this is Jan Lewis. Welcome to be my guest today. We have all the way from Marlborough, which isn't too far. We have Lindy, she likes to be called Lindy Carandell, and she is the author of 2 books, Just We Two. Notice the kitty cat. Haha, could talk a lot about that. And My Weird Tales. Now, she writes different. She told me she likes to write different things, right? You like to keep it varied.
Yep.
That's varied. It's very good. This is not just a one-pony show. You got something else coming up?
I'm polishing up a novel right now.
A novel, mystery, or?
Yes. I don't exactly know how to characterize anything I write, really, but it's called The Disappearance of Marla Wolf. And
That's cool. That's a mystery.
Yeah.
And you're working on that right now.
It's basically done. I just have to polish it up, add a few things here, a few things
cover
there. Yeah, well, that's when I go in to actually publish. But
I love this. Now, we'll start. Which one would you like to start with? Which book?
Well, that was the first one.
Just We Two. You'll notice the kitty cat. And you have been owned by several cats during her lifetime. Tell us about this book.
I could always sort of put words in their mouths or catch their thinking.
Yeah.
And try to figure out what they would think of this thing or that situation. Yeah. And it was actually a blog for a couple of years. Yeah. And I thought, well, why not publish it? So I made some changes, improvements, additions.
When did it come out, Lindy?
Almost a year ago now.
Huh, where did I hear about you then?
I don't know.
Were you over, by any chance, Tatnock?
Yes.
I probably saw the sign, the advert, and I said, oh, got to get her on. So you've been there. It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, I've been there twice now. Once for Just We Two and once for My Weird Tales.
Did you have many people in the big room? Did you go in the big room?
No, I was right near the registers.
In the table signing?
Yeah.
How'd that go? Pretty good? Quiet?
The first time, it was a very quiet day, a very slow day. The second one went better.
That went better. Really?
Yeah.
Now, she says she loves her cats and would hate to be without one. How many do you have?
I have only one now.
Only one now?
Yeah, the one on the front cover.
And that's the one. And is that Miss Apache?
No, that's Mina.
That's Mina.
Unfortunately, Miss Apache had to cross the Rainbow Bridge.
She had to go.
Yeah.
Are you going to get another one?
Well, Mina's rather aggressive.
Okay, turf wars.
She misses Apache terribly.
Yeah.
And she's very lonely. My daughter has cats, and they just don't make it at all.
How many cats does your daughter have?
5.
5 cats. I mean, I could see. We have 2. I wouldn't mind one more, but boy, 5 is a lot. That litter box must be great.
Several litter boxes. But she has taken in fosters, but then kept them, or nobody wanted to adopt them, or whatever. But
so your cat is having trouble adjusting to this.
Yeah, well, the funny thing is, in 2013, before my Turkish husband and I moved to Turkey, we spent a few months there, and we had Patchy and Mina. And
your husband went to Turkey with the cats.
Mm-hmm. And we were staying with my daughter for about 3 months.
Yeah.
And she had different cats at that time. They have all crossed over since that time. Yeah. And so I think she feels like I was here first, and the cats my daughter has now are interlopers.
Oh, yeah.
And every time they come upstairs, if she sees them, she rushes out and growls and roars at them and rushes at them. And
she just gives them a hard time.
Yeah.
How is she with you, though? Will she come to you now still?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so she hasn't lost her balance with you yet. Okay, that's good.
Oh, no.
You're her mom.
Yes.
Yes, definitely.
But she misses
Mina?
patchy,
Yeah.
and she misses her dad
Yeah.
because he and I split up.
Yeah. So you went to Turkey. What brought you to Turkey?
Well, I was married to a Turkish man.
I can't imagine what it's like over there. Is it anything like this?
Yeah,
It is.
it was fun living there.
Yeah.
It's a very modern country.
Yeah.
There have been some political problems
Yeah.
lately, and that's one reason why I'm no longer there.
You came back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stay put.
Yeah.
Have you appeared anywhere like at the Marlborough Library with your books?
Mm-mm.
No. Well, that's a yet, though. That's a yet for her. Now, that's about the kitty cats. This one, My Weird Tales. Tell us about this one.
Well, I had some stories that I didn't think would turn into a novel.
Yeah.
And I thought, why not do some short stories? Now, my favorites are the first one and the last one.
Okay, the first one, I'm going to share with the viewers what that is. Once Upon a Shooting Star. Tell us about that.
Well, it's about a young woman living in a small town.
Yeah.
And there's a beautiful gorge nearby, and a place where I used to live. Those people may recognize it.
Yeah.
But she would go there at night and go into the water nude
Yeah.
most of the time. And she kept noticing the beautiful bright stars. I don't know if you've ever been out away from city lights.
Yeah, definitely. It's
And
beautiful.
the stars look huge
Oh,
and
yeah.
bright.
Yeah.
And she ends up getting pregnant
Yeah.
when a star comes down.
Yep.
And
Talk about sci-fi fantasy.
I guess you would call it that. And when the baby is born, she names it Stella.
Yeah.
And the beginning is that the one in Latin?
Yeah, no, it's
No, that's
English.
the English Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star.
Yeah.
At the end of the story, I have it in Latin.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I see it. Mica Parvestel. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Where did you learn Latin?
oh, I took it in junior high and high school.
And you still remember it?
Oh, yeah.
I took French for many years. I can speak it better than I could write it.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, you had to, you go through those classes, you got to learn how to conjugate the verbs in the right way. That was a pain. But I could speak it, and I have really forgotten a lot of it. So you did Latin. Latin.
Only
Wow.
2 years, though, so I can't speak it. And
Isn't that pretty tough to learn? Looks.
maybe a little bit harder than the other Romance languages, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I've studied a lot of different ones.
All right, now the last story. Or did you want to finish off this one? Yeah.
The Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star in Latin, if you notice, I put Stella
Yeah.
in boldface.
Yeah.
That means star
Yeah.
in Latin. So-
Parva must be little. Little?
Yes.
Did you major in English or writing in college at all?
Mm-mm. My major was Russian.
The Russian language? Where did you go to school?
Kent State University.
Oh my God! Was it during the times of the
no,
protests?
No, I went as an older student. I was 38 years old when I started college.
You know, that's fantastic. I hear people are going back to school in their 60s, 70s. It's a different world.
I loved it.
Yeah, I thought you
Having
fit right in.
contact with the younger people, it was
Definitely.
very educational. Very
Russian.
Yeah.
And you studied. So, what else did you have to take to get a diploma, to get a degree?
had to take a couple other languages, so I did Polish and German. Although I had already done quite a bit with German.
Can you speak French?
No. I don't know any French.
No Spanish.
But the funniest thing about French, sometimes you'll look at a word and you think, how is that pronounced?
Yeah.
Well, when I was taking Russian, they took French words over, put it right into Russian letters, so it would sound just like the French, and I learned how to pronounce some French words through
You're
Russian.
good at that. You have a good ear for that type of thing. That's really good. And so when you got out of college and you had your degree in languages, right? What did you do after
Russian,
that?
actually. Well, I had hoped to do translation, which is not the same as standing up in court and helping someone.
yeah.
It's written work, but it's extremely hard to break into, and my first husband was not too keen on any of that.
Really?
So-
You know, over at UMass Medical, the big hospital in Worcester, I don't know how many interpreters, because people from all over the world come in there. You would be great.
No, I can't
No?
interpret. No, just the written stuff.
Just the written. So you wouldn't go in with the patient, sit there, and you would tell them what the doctor's saying. I think it's got to be hard, but everywhere I go. One time I met an Egyptian family, and we had an Egyptian interpreter over there.
That's great.
Now, all right, so you ended it in Latin. Now, your last story, I remember. All right, let me remember the name of this. I love the way you paragraph things. It's you put them into these different, where is it? What was the title of it?
Let me think.
The last one.
The Pursuit of Happiness.
Okay, what was that all about now? Tell us.
Again, we're in a small town in upstate New York.
Yeah.
And she had moved there with her parents because her father
There it is.
got a job there.
Yeah.
Well, then they moved away, but she had already moved out on her own, so she decided not to go back with them.
Yeah.
So she's there by herself in this little village, and there's not much to pick from in a small village.
Yeah.
But she has dates every now and then, but nothing special. But then one night she's out with friends, and this incredibly handsome man walks in. And amazingly enough, he notices her and starts talking to her, and she's like, wow. But he took her phone number, and after a while he called her, and they went out on some dates, and she was just thrilled to death because he had this expensive sports car. He always took her to expensive restaurants, and she couldn't believe it, and her friends were jealous, of course. But she never lets him come in because she's just afraid she'll get into something that she doesn't necessarily want to be in. Mm-hmm. But eventually she does. And after a while she gets this hickey on her neck.
Oh.
And it gets worse and worse. She starts wearing scarves. Yeah. And in the meantime, this handsome man has rented a little house, and at the end he takes her there and shows her around. The kitchen's all dusty, although it's a very nice kitchen. Everything's dusty. Yeah. He takes her up to his bedroom, and they make love. And then he's been really going at it on her neck. And then he picks her up and takes her into the other bedroom and says, "See what I have for you." And there are 2 coffins, matching coffins.
Yeah.
Beautiful, fantastic,
great,
decorated coffins.
The way to go.
And he says, "We will be together forever." And he lays her in the coffin, and he slices his wrist and says, "Drink, drink."
Yeah.
And she does, and that's it.
And where do you get this? Where did you get this idea?
Just out of my head.
You know, this is really, this book here, we're talking with Lindy Carandell, and she has written My Weird Tales, no kidding. And, of course, Just We Two, real story about her cats. And this really borders on fantasy sci-fi. I really think so. The Pursuit of Happiness, all these different stories, and they just come to you.
Yeah.
How can they get your books, Lindy?
They're available on Amazon. And during the summers, I sell them over at the Farmers Market in Marlborough on Union Common. And it's every Tuesday in the late afternoon. And occasionally I go to book signings.
Yeah. Where have you been appearing? Tatnug is one of them.
Yeah, Tatnug Books. That's really it, other than the Farmers Market. I keep looking for craft fairs and farmers markets that don't charge you anything to have a table.
Oh, yeah, that's a problem. What I tell authors is, I know it's a lot, take another author with you. Take that one table, cut it in half.
That's a thought.
And it's easy to do. Just use your, just put something in between, and you got 2 different tables. You say if it costs 40, 50, 60, cut it in half, and I think it's pretty doable, right? $20.
Yeah.
$30?
If you can sell enough.
I also tell you, very often, like at the major book expos, the authors expos, don't go into it thinking you're going to make a real lot of money or you're going to sell everything.
I wish.
But bring someone with you, because so that you can get away from the table. They'll be there watching it. You can get away and carry your books around. so that you're meeting the other authors, you're getting their business cards, because all it takes is one person who says, gee, I know someone who'd love to have you appear. That's networking. You may not sell a book, but you're sure going to make friends. And that's...
I thank you for the ideas,
Oh,
because
definitely.
I need them.
Yeah, definitely. Don't people say, well, I just go alone. I'm like, well, then, when you have to go to the bathroom, you're going to leave your table unattended, right? And also, it's good to have somebody there, maybe your husband, a kid, with somebody who's watching that show while you get up with your books. I did that to help promote an author one time at the big expo in Danversport. So I grabbed a book and I walked around, and I would see other people, customers walking around. I said, have you seen this? You've got to get over to that table. See, that's what a good publicist does. You go, you help that person get it out there. Yeah. It's hard. A lot of authors just starting out, a little shy.
I am shy.
I had one who just sat there. Sat there. I said, and her husband was with her. I said, you need to get out. You need to get up and you need to also have, something that's going to get people's attention when they walk by. It's going to, ooh, like a great big thing, or maybe a stuffed animal about your whatever, a big stuffed kitty cat, something that gets their attention, and it sets you apart. Everybody else. You have such a degree of variety that you could pick just about anything. Do you usually focus when you go on one book, or I know you did at Tatnuck twice, one for each book. Mm-hmm. So right now, which one are you focusing on the most?
The disappearance. Oh, you mean selling?
Yeah, these two now? Are you going?
Both of them, because since I was there at the end of November, there really haven't been that many opportunities.
They're out there. Believe me.
Okay, the ones that I know of anyway.
Definitely out there. Now, does your daughter write at all? Is she at all?
She's actually a very good writer, but she kind of gave up.
She gave up?
Yeah.
Having a mother who's so good at it, you think... Yeah, I would think. Did you read to her as a child?
Probably. It's been a long time.
Well,
I think I read to both of the kids.
You read to both of them. Did you bring your books to Turkey with you, or you hadn't written them yet?
No, these were just published, but they were on the computer.
Yeah. I was going to say, this type of thing, authors forget that in other countries, they gobble up books from our country, and it's another way.
Sometimes.
Yeah? Actually, now, your books are online, AOL also?
No, just on Amazon.
Okay. That's right, I meant Amazon. Tell us again how they can get your two books.
On Amazon, look for the titles or the author.
My Weird Tales and Just We Two. Okay. Definitely weird. The next book coming up sounds to me like a mystery.
Yeah.
And what's the title going to be?
The Disappearance of Marla Wolf.
How far away are you from being completed?
It's complete. It just needs polishing.
It needs polish. So maybe we're looking at spring?
I hope so. I talked to Tatnuck about coming in. I was hoping to have it done this month, but it's just not ready yet. And I was told that January, February, and March are really, really slow months. And I believe that.
Yeah, they can be. They can
So,
be, depending on where you go.
I don't think they're doing anybody or any book signings during that time.
They're not. Okay, because that would explain.
Or if they are, it would be at the author's insistence.
Yeah, they have a wonderful big room in the back, and
Yeah.
I've given presentations there, and many of the authors have gone there. It's great because it's that feeling of being off, separate, and you might have a poster with you. I love the way they advertise people coming in. As soon as you walk in that front door, that's where you see a lot of people coming in. I think it's great. I really do.
Well, I was very pleased that they gave me the opportunity.
Yeah, definitely. And if people want to have you come and talk about your books, can they reach you at your email?
Absolutely. Or
stick to your site. What's your site online? What is your?
It's on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
I have an author page, and if they just search for my name,
Lindy Carandell. Lindy, Lindy Carandell. And this is a woman with. She's not a one-trick pony, let me tell you. She's got books that are all over it, and that's got to be fun.
Yeah, I have several others started.
Oh, so you're a multitasker.
Yeah, I'll be working on the one, and I'll think, I just thought of this. I got to go to the other
You got to go to the other one now.
Yeah.
So you kind of go from each one. Are you the type that comes up with an idea just before you go to sleep and have to write it down?
That has happened, but right now I don't have anything beside my bed to write down.
I wonder if you'll ever do another book on a kitty cat. You think you will? Another cat book.
Well, a lot of people who've read Just We Two have been asking for a sequel.
Why not?
So I don't know, but with Miss Patchy gone, it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
And with Mina being depressed and everything, but we'll see. We'll see.
Now your daughter is still those 5 cats were all strays, right? Or foster cats.
Well, yeah.
And
I think they were all fosters.
And there's now 6 cats where you are.
Yeah.
Yours included.
Yeah, but mine stays up in our little rooms.
She stays up there.
Yeah.
And if any of the other cats dare come in there, she's all over it, right?
Yeah, they won't because we have a baby gate.
Yeah.
Mainly to keep my daughter's dog out.
There's a dog too?
A little dog. And if he gets into our room, he'll eat her wet food.
What kind of dog is it?
Mostly rat terrier, my daughter
Oh, what are
says.
these little dust mops?
No, he's very short hair.
Yeah, but is he very, very demanding this way?
I think so.
Yeah. My favorite dog is a basset hound. Just like, so laid back. I love that kind of dog.
That's
I'm
good.
not into the, we babysat a friend's, I don't know what you call it, something doodle, Yorkie doodle or something.
Yeah.
This dog would not settle down.
Well,
If you shut the door to your bedroom, it was an experience.
Yeah.
But I learned for sure that I don't like hyper pets at all.
well, it's funny. I think I mentioned it in Just We Two. When we were in Turkey, I actually closed the kitchen door.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be making noise out in the rest of the house.
Yeah.
You would have thought I was killing those cats.
Oh. Were they moaning?
I dared to lock them out. They were meowing. They were jumping.
Do you ever have a cat like my husband has? Our male cat is extremely attached to him. Everywhere he goes, if help him if he takes a shower, the cat will sit right outside and wait. If either one of us goes into the bathroom, he's got to be in there. What is it with the cat? And also licking the what do you call it? The tub curtain. What is that? Have you ever had that happen?
I'm not sure what you're talking
Well,
about.
in the bathroom, you
Yeah,
have
the
shower
shower
curtain, right? This cat, while he's waiting for us to leave the bathroom, he will put his head up under and start licking it.
A lot of them lick plastic bags.
Maybe that's what that is. It's a plastic type of curtain. That could be it too. If you had the experience where the cats absolutely jump up on you like very early in the morning, way too early for breakfast, right? And they sit right on you and stare at you.
Well, Mina doesn't stay on me, but she will leap from the floor and jump as hard as she can.
And the bed goes like this.
Well, she jumps on me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, really. I'm like, get away, go, God.
Well, I make sure her bowl is full at night before we go to bed.
Oh boy, if we did that, our male cat would be even 20 times bigger than he is.
She's picky. She eats a little mounded cupful
And that's it?
each
Dry
day.
food? Or-
Dry food, and then I give her half a can of like Fancy Feast every now and then.
Yeah.
Because she was only eating the gravy off the Fancy Feast, and she would leave all the pieces.
Yeah.
But now she's actually eating it all, although she lets it dry a little bit before she
Yeah,
eats
our girl
them.
cat is much more finicky than the boy cat. He'll eat anything, he'll sit there and stare at you at the table. He doesn't care. Just give it to me. And I cave. I'll give him a little bit of something, and he's back. And then he thinks he can sit up at the chair. That's it. It's my turn. They're almost human.
Where's my plate?
I can tell you're a cat lover. We've been talking with Lindy Carandell. We're gonna have to say goodbye. But My Weird Tales, check it out downstairs in the Upton Library. Just We Two, about her and her cats, right? And there's another totally different type of book coming out, right?
Yes.
You'll let me know about it. Definitely. Thanks for being with us, Lindy.
Okay, well, thank you so much for having me.
And next
I've
time,
enjoyed
come the
that.
way I showed you to come. She got all mixed up with her GPS.
No, the GPS straightened it out.
They straightened it out. Okay. All right.
Because I was following what I saw on the map.
Oh, God. Yeah, there's a school street in Hopkinton, and there's one here in Upton. And you are the second that I know of, you might be more, that went, oh, I'm going to take the Hopkinton one. And it's like, no, this isn't right. This is.
I didn't remember it being that long on the map.
No. And also, you got to go over the lake, the two causeways on heading for Upton River. Did you came the short way?
I never got to the Upton School Street.
You didn't.
No.
So you came around.
I came down on the first school street,
Okay.
and I got to this road. There was no sign, of course, telling me what it was.
I bet you turned right.
No, if I'd turned right, I would have been okay.
Yeah. So you kept going?
No, I turned left. And then I thought,
Uh-oh.
This says, what's the next town over?
Northbridge.
Milford?
Milford.
Yeah.
I thought, Milford this, Milford that. I said, no, I'm going the wrong way.
So you turned around, flipped back, and went the other.
And then I turned on my GPS.
I think you ended up down. It goes down like this, and I think it becomes Elm Street.
No, I didn't get that far, I don't think. It was just sort
I
of
don't know
the
what
outskirts.
you did. Did you go by our beach, Kiwanis Beach sign?
I don't know. I wasn't looking for it.
I'm so happy you made it here.
Oh, I knew I would make it. I gave myself plenty of time because...
Very good. We'll have you back when you get the next book out, right?
Okay,
All
that's
right.
fine.
Thanks for being with us.
Well, thank
See you
you
next
very
time and be
much.
my guest.